Hello, sunshine. This is Joy from Michigan in the United States. And I'm going to do a little art experiment with you guys today. Trying to get some of these paints out of the way. I thought I was going to use some of my leftover paints and I changed my mind because I want to know what happens if I put some gloss varnish into my swipe color. So I'm going to do a swipe. I'm not 100% sure what colors I'm going to use. I've got lots to choose from, so I think we'll do some teal. Oh, that was not closed all the way. Some blue. I've got some quinacridone magenta, maybe some silver. I'm going to swipe with white, so darker colors would be good, I think. I've got leftover purple paint from my last pour, which was the Rainbow Reverse Flower Dip. So this is violet plus a little bit of white plus some iridescent medium. So we're gonna just throw some color on this canvas. So here goes nothing. I'm gonna start with the violet. I'm gonna do the same method I do most of the time, which is following Jilly Cube, who does absolutely gorgeous work and is just a pleasure to watch. So if you're looking for someone uplifting and encouraging and who just really has her technique down, check out Jilly Cube. I feel like mine are all more experimental than hers ever are, so she's been at it a bit longer, and you can tell she's really worked hard to master her style. She does, I mean, she does more than just one style, but her swipes with balloon work are what she's really known for. And that's because she does a beautiful job. All right, here we go. Let's add some primary blue. I'm probably gonna use up the rest of this. It's about time for me to mix up some more paints again, so that's okay. And turquoise blue, which I love, love, love turquoise blue. I almost feel like I should stop here because these colors are just so gorgeous together. But we're gonna keep going. Let's add some silver. And I'm going pretty slow because I want my lines to be not terribly thin. These bottles are great because they can help you get a very, very thin line, but I'm not looking for necessarily very, very thin today. I feel like I need a little more blue right there. I think I can't decide, guys. Do I put the magenta or just the red? I'm leaning towards just red, just for that pop of crazy, boy, isn't this a different color than what everything else on the canvas. And it's an experiment, so I feel like I have a little more freedom. I don't have to worry about messing it up because I'm just playing. I'm just gonna see how the paint interacts. Gonna tilt it back and forth. I really want the whole canvas covered. No bald spots, please. Okay, come back towards me. I'm trying to do this fairly gently. I don't need to really be aggressive with my tilting. I just want to gently move that paint. You can tell it's not super thin because it's taking a little while to tilt, but that's okay. I don't want it too thin. I have found that I used to mix my paints up much too thin. So getting some interesting lines here. Just want to get down to this corner here. There we go. All right, and then I'm going to shift it back and just try to bring the weight of the paint back towards the middle of the canvas, and then I'm going to finger pop my edges. I know that the corners here didn't get much, so just add a little there. I like my edges covered. I apologize, this is probably partially out of frame, but in order to get to the paint that's dripped off, I've got to move you guys out of frame just a bit. So I apologize, but bear with me and I'll be right back completely in frame for you. This is kind of the boring part anyways, just making sure my edges are covered, which you can always go back and fill those in later. I like the look of it all to be very similar, flowing together. So I try to do it as I'm painting. So, all right. Oh goodness. Get my fingers cleaned a little bit. I'm tempted to put some air on this. I think I'm going to. There's an awful lot of, you know what? No, I won't, because maybe that'll help with my cells. No silicone in this because I want to test this color gloss, or the gloss varnish, I mean, in order to see what it does. Sorry guys, I had to pause my video because all of a sudden I had to sneeze. Okay, so titanium white plus iridescent medium plus a pretty good size squirt of this gloss varnish. And I have no idea what I'm doing, so don't be surprised if it comes out, what does Julie say, like a dog's breakfast? Pig's breakfast, I don't know. I do want quite a bit of this, so I'm putting down a pretty thick line here. All right, that should do it. All right, here goes nothing. This is my laminate sheet. Oh, I don't know, I haven't washed it very recently. It needs to be washed. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go with a smaller piece because I just feel more confident with a smaller piece. Same material. It's just a laminating sheet sealed on itself. I don't know, that didn't do much of anything but muddy my colors. Hopefully the heat does something to this. Because if not, what a boring experiment, guys. Sorry. I hope it's not boring. Hopefully something lovely pops up. Okay. Let's try, oh dear. Okay. Let's try to add some heat to this and see what happens. A pig's breakfast it is. Boy, there's just a whole lot of nothing there. I would like to fix this end here, because I'll keep experimenting and see if I can salvage anything. I don't know if it's salvageable. Just gonna move some paint around. It really went gray on me, which is very interesting. Interesting might not be the right word. Ooh, there's a clump. I don't know. I feel like there's something going on with my silver. Although I didn't put any silver in this. I don't know where I'm getting these clumps. It's gonna drive me nuts though. It looks like I've got several. Yep, right there. And right here, yep. I don't know what that's from. I'm not sure what's making it clump. Oh, not happy with this. I'm thinking I might just swipe over this the other way with my black cherry. Let's just put down, and I should have done this to begin with, but I didn't think of it. Let's add some silicone, and then we might have to do some balloon work and see if there's anything we can bring up in this painting. If not, it's just paint. We will scrape and save it for another painting. Oh goodness, I feel like that's a lot, but I've got a long ways to go, so maybe it'll be okay. All right, guys. Attempt 2, and this has silicone in it, but not a ton, so we'll see. I went all the way down to the canvas. I just didn't hold that right. But look at the cells. Yummy, yummy. I've got to clean my swipers, guys. Clean your swipers. Needs to be on my agenda. All right, I'm gonna let that develop for a minute. All right, let's add some more berry deliciousness here, shall we? See what we come up with. Really some pretty cells, but I don't know now if that's from the gloss varnish with the silicone, or would it have done that with just the silicone? Oh, goodness gracious. I'm having a hard time pouring my paint today, guys, and maybe it's just because I'm having a glum day. I don't know. Maybe we're coming up on a holiday weekend. This weekend is Memorial Day weekend, and normally I would get together with family, my sister and her family usually, and sometimes more than that, more than just the two of us with our families, but with this quarantine, I don't think that's going to happen. Although we are allowed to get together with groups of 10, but I think her family plus mine would be more than 10. So, all right. My room is a mess. I'm not set up to swipe this direction, but here goes nothing. Back to the old tried and true Jelly Cube inspired swipe. Just feel like I don't have enough room here to work. I'm gonna move this slightly off the frame for you guys, just so I can feel like I have the space I need for swiping. And there's so much glare on that end. I can't see what I'm doing. Oh, heavens to Betsy. I don't know, guys. I feel like it's been a struggle lately to create anything that I love, which makes me a little sad, but look at that blue come through there. Yum-o, although it doesn't really flow with anything around it, so we'll see. We'll see what we do. Let me get this, try to get that back in frame for you. So I love the end where I started the swipe, but it fades out into nothingness, and I'm not sure I love that, and I don't love this. But I might be able to remedy that with balloon kisses. if I wanted to. I'm gonna mess up. All right, guys, I think I'm back with you. My camera just gave up on me. I am not loving this. I will hit it with some heat, but I have a feeling I'm gonna scrape this and try the other experiment that I wanted to try. Either way, I'll do a close-up. We'll make this video one, and then if I redo it, I'll do another video for that. So you'll see how this canvas ends up either way. There are some pretty cells in here, but this bottom end is so muddy, which is probably because I swiped twice. I just don't think it's a keeper at this point. Guys, the heat didn't add a whole lot, so I will take you in for a close-up, and then I will scrape this one and we shall try again. Try again. If the whole piece looked like this section right here, or that rectangle, I think I'd keep it. It's interesting. I could make something out of it, but as it is, not so much. Let me try. I should let this dry, but I'm just gonna try to see. I mean, I can't, can't ruin it if I'm about to scrape it anyway, so let's just see what happens. Yeah, there's not a lot of color under there that hasn't been muddied. So I think, unfortunately, now, of course, that's pretty. It's really too soon to be ballooning out here, but good chance to practice. See how that I go all the way down to canvas. Oh, my table is such a mess, guys. One of these days, I'll get it organized. I usually try to do that at the beginning of the weekend, and then I go back and mess it up all week. I just can't seem to keep a light enough touch when I'm doing my rolls. I go all the way down to canvas, and I just can't seem to get it figured out, but that makes this the perfect opportunity to try. I almost feel like the red was maybe a mistake, although I love this area. That area right there, so pretty. That was a little better. I'm having a hard time, I think, with the motion of this and holding onto the balloon and keeping your pressure really light. Oh, that one turned out pretty. Oh, I almost hate to scrape it now with that one good feather, but we can get things like that again. All right, so I'm using more of a roll or a sliding motion for these ones now. And that does seem to be working. I still am a little bit heavy-handed, I think. I'm sure there are people out there who are going to be very upset that I'm scraping this, but alas, I am. All right. So that's my recommendation. When you have a piece you don't love, take that opportunity. Practice your balloon rolls, your balloon kisses. Even if the paint's too wet, it will give you an idea of the amount of pressure you need. And that one was too heavy-handed. So, something for me to work on. All right, guys, I'm not going to bore you any longer. This is my art experiment failed. The experiment didn't fail, the technique failed. There's a really pretty cell right here. I'll give you guys a close-up. It looks like a rose. I'll have to show you guys that. All right, I'll be back with your close-up. All right, guys, so here it is, the practice piece gone awry. See if I can find, so here's that cell that I was telling you about that looks kind of like a rose. And there is, I do have a couple feathers. That one with the red I really like. And I really love the cells in through here. But that's about it. So I'm gonna scrape this one and watch for this canvas on the next video. If you have not subscribed, I'd love it if you guys would subscribe. I share both my failures and my successes, and it means the world to me that I have people out there watching my art and being inspired to create their own. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would appreciate it so much. Thanks, guys. I will see you on the next one.